Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of me, Diego, a different perspective. So, today starts a new journey for me. Um, and I am starting my own podcast, or at least doing it my way. So, welcome everyone. We are going to be talking with me and hopefully some lovely guests that I'll have coming soon. I will be posting one interview or just a conversation. Just let's start talking, my beautiful people. Once a month. Probably the first Friday of the month. We are just gonna be here sitting in my office talking about different topics about life. Just getting a conversation going because more than anything, my beautiful people, that's what I am looking forward to get a conversation started and to make the world a better place for everyone. To include everyone, to spread that love and just be more accepting of one another, helping one another out in every type of situation. Life for me has not been easy, but I'm not complaining because I'm still here. And I'm here for a purpose. Everyone has a purpose, in my opinion. So we're here to figure out that purpose. Life is full of emotions and it's a roller coaster with ups and downs. I recently had a down moment. The month of May for me is just like another reminder of another year. June is my birthday, June 8th, and the month of May is like, here we go again, another year of the same old shit. And also the month of January, because that's when my accident happened. So for all of my viewers that don't really know me, I got hit by a car when I was 7 on my way to school, walking with my brothers. My brother Arturo and I got hit by the car, and my other brother Rogelio, he witnessed our accident, and that moment changed our lives forever. But I'm still here. I'm still here and finding my purpose. My purpose is to be an inspiration and let everyone know that life continues. Life is hard, yes. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But if we have love, acceptance, inner peace, and a little bit of faith, life is full of options. And it's just a matter of you wanting to see what those options are. Um, for me, one of the heavy topics that I wanna keep talking about in these monthly. I'm not gonna call them podcasts because I wanna be unique. So in the meantime, let's just call them talks. Um, in these monthly talks, I'm gonna be talking a lot about sex. Yes, people. Yes, my beautiful people. You heard it right. Sex. Sex for me is very important because it's something that I can't get really easy. And with me never having a boyfriend or a relationship. It's something that I can't get easy. So whenever I do get it, it's very, very cherishful for me because more than anything, I just want to be treated like everybody else. Yes, many people might say that I'm an inspiration, but I'm just living another human experience. Everyone has their own human experience, and it's like I'm just living mine. Mine just so happens to be a body as a quadriplegic, just living life, not trying to cry about it and just live life because life is beautiful, life is short, my beautiful people. So yeah, I just wanted to welcome everybody on this new journey that I'm about to begin. Again, I'll be posting these talks on the first Friday of the month. So it'll be replacing Story Fridays. But now I'm gonna be just talking to all of you, my beautiful people, and see what happens. We are all here on Earth to learn from one another, help each other out, and what other way of doing that? Just talking to one another. So again, this is gonna be a talk episode every month, where I want to make it everyone's home. I want viewers to just ask me random questions, to leave me comments expressing themselves. How's your day going? I want to be able to tell different stories, different perspectives, different points of view, because again, my beautiful people, that's the only way we'll learn and grow from each other. For me, I have many different stories to share and tell the world. Life is what you make of it. Life is full of options, and the only limits there are the ones you create for yourself. So, yeah, my beautiful people. Another thing, I'm also gonna be giving out prizes, and probably just doing some contests, maybe. I'm still working on that, so I'll get that straightened up. But I'll be giving out shirts that I am creating. I have some shirts out there already. I've given some out, and I hope people are wearing them. Mark, I believe Angie, Jasmine, which I probably I think you don't want to know anything about me at these moments. Anyways, I still love you. You're my baby girl, and you will always be my baby girl. Luis, saludos. Espero que estés bien. Y pues cuando quieran, aquí estoy para ustedes. Ya saben. Y pues sí, también mi gente hermosa, este va a ser un espacio para todos ustedes, para que me vengan a contar sus historias, a que aprendamos del uno y el otro. Esta vida es muy corta y muy bella para vivirla solos. Saben, yo toda mi vida me han dicho que soy una inspiración, y pues eso es lo que quiero hacer, ser una inspiración para todos ustedes y decirles que la vida sigue, que la vida, aunque tenga altas y bajas, la vida es muy bella y muy corta. So hay que aprender de uno y del otro y ayudarnos, ayudarnos a crecer como seres humanos, como luz, como luces que somos. Y no, nada, pues aquí estoy yo para empezar esta nueva etapa de mi vida y a ver qué pasa. Yo lo que más quiero es tener conexiones y poder hablar con todos ustedes de temas que importan. Voy a invitar a varias personas a ver si vienen y platican conmigo, porque como les digo, yo lo único que quiero es ayudar a hacer esto un mundo mejor. Un mundo mejor donde podamos ¿cómo se puede decir? Spread, espa, no sé, pero donde podamos dar amor a este mundo y aceptarnos el uno al otro, porque pues todos somos diferentes, pero todos somos iguales y la vida es corta, mi gente. Hay que platicar, hablar y contar historias para que podamos um, aprender de todos. Y un tema que sí voy a hablar mucho es el sexo. Para mí es algo muy importante y pues nada, es un tema tal vez un poco tabú porque la sociedad lo hace tabú, pero en realidad es un tema que debería ser hablado y celebrado porque pues sin el sexo no estuviéramos aquí, mi gente. Um, Vamos a tener varios temas de eso y cualquier pregunta, cualquier comentario que me tengan, comenten. Y el quien quiera estar aquí que me diga y pues podemos hacer una videollamada. Me gustaría contar historias de otra gente también, porque pues todos tenemos una historia y hay que contarlas. Pues sí, mi bella gente, that's about it for me now. We have 13 minutes right now, and I want to just leave you guys with my second draft of my TEDx speech. So, without further ado, let me read you my second draft of my TEDx speech. Currently, I'm working on the third draft, so you all let me know what you think of this second draft. And I want to give it soon because I need to show the world how much life is beautiful and to show them that life continues and that we only have limits that we create for ourselves. So I hope you enjoy my talk and look forward to a third draft. Hopefully the final draft. So here we go. Would you agree that our biggest limitations are created in our brain? Life is full of obstacles, both physically and mentally. Life is a roller coaster of ups and downs. Life can change in a blink of an eye. Where am I going with all of this, you might ask? Limitless. What do you think of when you hear the word limitless? Have you ever felt truly limitless? Now, what if I add the word mindset afterwards? That would be limitless mindset. What if I told you that you can train your brain to have a limitless mindset? Would you be interested? How do you do such a thing, you might be wondering? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share my story with all of you beautiful people and how you can achieve a limitless mindset that will give you a better perspective towards and about life. How incorporating love, acceptance, and inner peace into your everyday life can help guide you into finding your true purpose and mold your brain into a limitless mindset. Now, when I was a little kid, around the age of 5 or 6, I had this innocence that made life a breath of fresh air. I felt like I could do anything. Everything was possible because I wasn't afraid of being myself. There were all these possibilities that seemed way too easy to grasp. Or in other words, we could say that I had a limitless mindset. I remember those days when I felt like I could do anything. Life was easy. If there is something about me you should know, is that I am an artist at heart, and that I had never let go of that dream. Yes, I may have had obstacles in my life, but I don't believe in giving up. I remember that around that age, I enjoyed drawing and painting a lot, which I still do. Every time someone came over, I would talk to them for the first 10-15 minutes and just ask them about the likes and dislikes. I would then say my goodbyes and go let the magic begin. I would get out my markers and crayons as well as my handy dandy notebook and lay on my belly. For the time remaining, I would enter my world of creativity and begin to draw away, a world of magic where my hand and pencil could create anything. Anything that my imagination dared discover. From a world of black and white to a world full of color. A world of creativity that had no limits but my imagination. A process where I could practice my limitless mindset. I would enter a journey where the only limits were the ones I created. That artist that lives within me felt free, felt limitless. However, remember I said that life can change in a blink of an eye? With my neck broken, a collapsed lung, and the inability to move from shoulders down, everything got tossed in the air. From that magical experience of having a crayon in my hand to waking up from a 3-month coma, my world had completely been turned upside down. It was definitely a drastic change for a 7-year-old. Yes, the date was January 16, 2001, when my world had changed forever. A world full of nurses and doctors. A world full of constant checkups literally every hour, both day and night. A world full of boredom because I had no other choice but to sit still until someone came to my rescue. A world filled with limits. I was only 7 years old and I probably didn't realize it because I was still holding on to that limitless mindset from previous years. However, that was the first few moments where my lesson of holding on to that limitless mindset really began. I suddenly started having the need for someone to help me feed myself, for someone to help me use the restroom, for someone to help me scratch that itch on my nose. And then I realized that I had just also lost the privilege to be myself. The privilege to do what I love the most. That ability to be truly me. And express myself through drawing, painting, and color a world without any limitation beyond my wildest imagination. Now, on top of that, add losing your family. That day too, I lost what was left of my family, especially after my father. had abandoned us and decided to go back to Mexico. For the next 20 years, after I got hit by a car on my way to school with my brothers, I tried my best to always keep a smile on my face. Although, when life suddenly decided to pull another on me and try to take away that artist spirit that lives within me, I stood affirmative and decided to go for it all. I wasn't going to let those physical limits stand in the way of that limitless mindset I was born with. I recall that limitless mindset of my childhood and decided to search for alternatives. I decided to look at things differently in a new perspective. I had no other choice. When I had to change my degree from illustration to film because no appropriate accommodation could be made for me to fulfill the required course of life drawing, I was so upset and frustrated. However, those have been the two prominent feelings in these past 22 years. So as usual, I'm learning to be okay with my life. However, the limitless mindset I have developed always keeps me going. This time, it took me to graduating with a Bachelor of Film of Fine Arts with a focus on digital arts. However, it also encouraged me to look for alternatives. So after graduating in 2017 from California State University, Long Beach, I enrolled on an online animation school called Animation Mentor and gave it my best. So you see, I never give up. Unfortunately, sometimes life has other plans for you. I harshly found out that animation was not for me. I did create some clips, but it took a lot of frustration. A feeling I have decided to let go and to just let life decide for me. By me guiding it with love and acceptance, of course. I suddenly got interested in acting while at the same time discovering public speaking. My true purpose. I have decided to do the one thing I said I would never do, and that I am terrified of. I've decided to be an inspiration. I've decided not to be afraid and be authentically me and not hold back. Vulnerability is something scary to achieve for sure, and that requires a lot of practice. Letting go of the things you can't control is definitely a starting point. That is what I'm doing. I have been on a personal growth path for the last 3 years where I am finally feeling free and liberated. Where I can finally be myself and give all the love I have to offer. I have been so blessed in my life that I am thankful for everything that I have and don't have. Why? Because I can set my mind to anything and just go for it, giving it my all. When you live your life with love, acceptance, and inner peace, things suddenly become easier and you begin to develop a limitless mindset. Now, I remember when I started going to CSULB, I would take a transportation called Access. However, even though grateful for this service, I decided to go for an alternative because if you have ever used Access, you know it's a pain in the butt. So I decided to take the public bus all by myself. My mom was terrified. But just because I'm a quadriplegic, I wasn't going to limit myself. Going to college all on my own was an experience I will never forget. There was this rainy day I'll never forget though, that I was exiting the library. And as I was leaving, I got stuck. You know, the plastic rugs that are placed by the doors? Yeah, well, my wheels got stuck. I could not budge. And the more I tried to move, the more the rug would get stuck. when suddenly about 5 to 7 people approached me and literally lifted my 500-pound electric wheelchair. This showed me how love and acceptance are two concepts that lead you to finding that limitless mindset. Because with their love, compassion, and acceptance of my situation, they were able to do something unimaginable. So just like I say in my YouTube channel, let's love and accept one another. As we all know, life has its ups and downs, and sometimes when things don't go our way, we tend to act out, get frustrated, sometimes even lash out in anger with violence. We tend to focus on how to release that anger while at the same time creating obstacles and limits for ourselves. Instead, if we took a pause, took a deep breath, and told ourselves that everything will be alright, if we told ourselves that the sky is the limit and found solutions to our everyday problems, if we took the time to find that inner peace in order to focus on what is possible rather than concentrating on the limitations, we could begin to develop a limitless mindset. If on top of that we added a sprinkle of love and acceptance, we would begin to live more authentically, therefore being open to the possibilities. And when we are open to the endless possibilities, we can change the world. Don't we all want to change the world? Make the world a better place to live in? Create a world full of love and harmony? Where we all could love and accept one another? A world where the possibilities are only as far as the limits you create? Never in a million years did I think I would be standing here in front of you all beautiful people. Never did I see myself as an inspiration. This year, I am ready to embrace that. I am ready to speak in front of audiences. And just like my first shirt design reads, spread that love, one person at a time. I am ready to leave my mark in this world. I am ready to leave my legacy. Life and death are beautiful journey which we are blessed to experience. However, this journey can be made better with a limitless mindset. And to quote Napoleon Hill, our only limitations are those we set up in our minds. Thank you, my beautiful people. Hope you enjoyed that, and welcome to Diego's monthly calls. Peace, everyone.